was young for over the weekends, no. And some be nankasa and see your social media no so na amanfo eka ho SMP. Kofi Kinaata ntini e wo Ghana wagidi ye pa and the nyom Ghana for ebo edge so pa ye a wade no ho osai tutu ate kokko so abepio ekra etimi abone de de ye fa to ho se wo pa ntini na nyom kra hye wo ma eja wajo aye Kofi Kinaata obi ya wa yo obi de de so ni wudi bo obi nya wa yo obi de de so ni wudi obi ya wa ya obi de de so ni wudi obi ya wa ya obi de de so ni wudi po chale sanu we ba ya no na menya broken heart guest today omun na jame bo mu once ewusian kan bi ye obi ti nyum na nam no that shall not die na me sign stay back na bitimi shame hu nkran ya ene make us mo hwem kama home fresh boy kama kan bi wa se kwa why dey say pa enti go pick na ata nyom influential wo mo pa busia oye one of the biggest musician ewo Ghana hanmo na na wo twetwe mo busia ya ntia se bepa ni nyina ene se na Kofi Kinaata yetimi abu kine se onko perform ewo nkoma first you media call so ewo nkrofo na abra Kofi Kinaata se omote kai ma omoko no na affiliate top form chire moto ebi be call so wo ma car ball fene se driver na sebe work moto no eno enam so emesabe omo ho etochema na omote bia no condition mu no na enhyada enhye enkran na abra Kofi Kinaata ekopie mu odumede na sisi anse na mafo bebre na budget no so omo expect say be perform it say na nyom no very powerful a obi a den etia tumi ejawle na osan so the flex na Kofi Kinaata ekudina stage na o perform no oto nyom be 4 minutes 5 minutes ape and I say when bi wi a abra meleban bi du kwan da na me driver ne offend the motor bi be crossing yen maka bon but I mean me driver ne dey ibiale mpla but awona motor no bon car no bon na bibia wode no ma ya dem nti wo mpa ma wanyina de wo so betu ma den wa survive or nti be prepare that ka bedem be sell mo na de but me wesi nti mintum inja wan na wanda ho baby na mso be gina de na minjawle mu huhu ai de ma ai de bichimayi bebre e wa de ha accident is no wesi nti for respect sake na de njo de me de won si ade na me ko hwe wan na ye mpa de wo ho boto wan na Kofi Kinaata or stop issuing
I say when you be there, and some of I don't know what I suppose to see. What I suppose to see. Okay, what I want to know. Everybody in accident that go. We'll pay my task. Now, young car, no matter what car we know, they are okay. But on one hour crashing and what the boat and what the crashing. When you okay, Martin and I'm going to now when you okay. It's an opening now, I can't want a boom. We feel there. The way I'm confident, we'll feel it, we feel that nice there. Maybe big now there, who are there, Maliji baby, it's no. I say, number I say, but Thomas, you'll be busy next time. I never want to say.
abusuafo particular act we ya Kofi Kinaata ye no oyomtini ba ko anu koya san so obi a woyen nsantwireni a odi ne dwumadi media general 3 FM Black Rasta opening aka say watuche e dia Kofi Kinaata na oboni sem shout e dia Kofi Kinaata sense we gaining respect opening chere say sabe ono so oyomtini a okọ dwumadi na say na ayomtofo anintin etwotwo ni nkofo a omagidin wo Ghana nyumto ni mu nyina kopie mu dwumadi na say na Black Rasta chere say oyomtini ye boni din a omanfo eboje no super aye Kofi Kinaata osisa be oyomtini na won kan fadwe nanum ye kan oyomtini a okita crowd omanfo pe na asem epe no nyuma Kofi Kinaata Ghana hade uka ho bi na openi Black Rasta kasa kire mu se ohwe embe bi atwa mu ye ngasa ye nua a oyesi ni twani kudo nkasa lewen game etimi etwa movie a oto ni din a country called Ghana na abra oye premier no owe enkran ngoponi manchema kopie ma sanche manchema henku kumase no abra no kudo nkasa lewen oye runs e okrom no ekoba se ne ka na ekohia different car e makoda bia sabi unu ba bia kwa paso oto no wansia do ekwa na ko sem pomanfo na omo kan ho nsem na so ni nyina mu no kudo nkasa lewen opraye nanso yehu se obo bandage ma security for dinachi ekopie mu mo bi premier na se wanfo ka ho nsem pi na se obi anke wapro wo okun obi a wapra sei adenji na wonda ho no mo na okopie mu dwumede na se kana for sabotage ne keke kamadwe hiham se ebeye kra na ankalewen anke wanko esan se obi a wakun obi a wapra sei wo si dan je na wo san ekogina mu ho no mo ntine bu amanfo poampo ka se lewen wo sheda ana wutumi edeka no edeba akoda na ho nsem ebe yompo pa anu ana Black Rasta chere se ohwe na Kofi Kinaata ye asabe obi a efanye esuade esan se ade na Kofi Kinaata ye no aso na nipa ma na respect o ma no akosoro pa no Kofi Kinaata wa chere se oyi obi a ampa maturity no owo pa amanfo ka ho nsem bi na ewo social media no so bisua ho nsem no ye de ebesom ye nhwe video na Black Rasta ono 3 FM drive host na ode nsem no etudwa no na yembre sisi.
He's a gentleman I love. I have seen him rise. He and Samini had such a brilliant relationship, and I believe that relationship is still ongoing. He's been able to rise from the rubbles all the way to the position. My brother, me and Kofi Kinaata were supposed to perform at Nkrumah Fest. I arrived a day earlier. In fact, I drove myself all the way from Accra and went to Nkrumah in the Elembele constituency. My brother, at Nkrumah Fest, and please, this I am going to say so dispassionately. All the artists who performed at Nkrumah Fest, anytime the MC mentioned the names of the artists performing, Kofi Kinaata had the loudest applause, what we call a forward. A number of artists performed, including internationally based artists like Mayway. Mayway's name would be mentioned, there would be a huge applause. Black Rasta's name would be mentioned same way. Stone Boy's name would be mentioned same way, and some other artists who played. But when Kofi Kinaata was mentioned, there was a thunderous applause that looked like Thor had slammed his hammer. Anytime Kofi Kinaata's name was mentioned, listen attentively, it was like Thor had slammed his hammer. There was thunder and lightning. The earth was about to open a gap and swallow everybody. So I asked myself, hey, is this gentleman that, popular? I did a small research and built a small dossier. He's been frequenting the area, courtesy the MP of the area, and his manager, who is supposed to be related to the MP of the area, Emmanuel Amabua. Yes. So the people are familiar with him. Moreover, he's from the Western region, the same region. And he speaks fluent Fanti, just like the people. My brother, my sister, Kofi Kinaata was the biggest star at Nkrumah Fest, despite all the controversies that, swallowed all these things. My brother, my sister, When I finished my performance and was waiting, I realized that time was running too fast. So I had to drive back to Accra. And then I decided to find out what was happening, because I had heard in the media that Kofi Kinaata was involved in an accident. He was safe, but a rider of a motorbike had been killed. Even though Kofi Kinaata later said that the person was in critical condition, we were told that the person died on the spot. But look at what Kofi Kinaata did. And he gained my respect so much, even more. The whole crowd was waiting for Kofi Kinaata. They were not even aware of any accident, except a few of us. And when Kofi Kinaata came on stage, he knew the whole crowd was waiting for him. The applause was thunderous. He picked up the microphone, and I told myself, oh my God, this gentleman is about to sing. I wish he would just ask for a 1-minute silence for the person involved in this accident who died. But Kofi Kinaata was not ready to say that the gentleman had died. He was still hopeful that the doctors will be able to revive him. So instead of saying that the gentleman had died, he said he was involved in an accident that saw the gentleman in critical condition. My brother, he told the whole crowd disappointedly, but to my excitement, that he would not want to be seen joyously performing whilst a victim of an accident that he was involved in was at the hospital. So he sang a very solemn, sorrowful song for just about 3-4 minutes, and he left the stage. He gained my respect. My brother, my sister, Kofi Kinaata refused to perform. He refused to promote himself and his music. He was traumatized. Unlike recently when we saw an actor, Lil Wayne, hit a child and kill the child in his rush to go watch a movie, and he was given so many excuses. At the end of the day, he still drove all the way to the launch of his movie whilst the victim was lying cold at the morgue. I am not trying to make any comparisons, but I'm just trying to let people see how the younger Kofi Kinaata entered into the spirit, wore the shoes of the family involved, even though he was the superstar of the event. I believe in that. Hey, today you go to a certain gathering and Black Rasta is the superstar there. Another crowd, it is Stone Boy. Another crowd is Shatawale, Kojo Entry, or Amanziba. So when I go to a gathering, I want to first and foremost find out my position, my status. Am I the #1 artist there? If I am not, I perform short and I leave. Like I did at Elembele. Kofi Kinaata gained my respect. Now let us look at the story itself. The uncle of the deceased, sadly, is saying that Kofi Kinaata shouldn't cover up for the MP. The car belonged to the MP, and the MP should pay everything. And that Kofi Kinaata shouldn't pay anything. In fact, it smacks of, I don't want to say what I want to say. Does it really matter who pays for the funeral expenses of the deceased? Are you more interested in the money that is supposed to be for the expenses, or you are interested in the culprit? The MP did not drive the car himself. It was his driver who was driving it. But you want the MP to come and show his face and say, it was my car. For that matter, I am responsible for that accident. For that matter, I am ready to pay everything. If this was a Muslim family, excuse my language, what I'm going to say is very sensitive, but it's important. An uncle of mine, some years back, was driving on the Brown Harford Road.